December 9th, 2010, an explosion and fire killed 3 employees and injured a contractor.
This is a difficult case talking about violations of industry standards and safety standards involving chemicals and cause and origin of fires and explosions. And we knew that this was the type of case that we needed to have high impact services for.
This plant would take the zirconium metal that came in chunks, and they would process it by grinding it up into fines or like a powder-like material.
The resulting flash fire lofted the metal dust particles in the blender, forming a burning metal dust cloud.
There were numerous safety violations that occurred in our case. Probably the most egregious was that they utilized a fire suppression system with water.
When you put water on a burning zirconium fire, it actually disassociates the water into hydrogen gas and can actually exacerbate the fire, which is what happened in this particular case.
The cloud ignited other combustible dust within the production building, causing a secondary explosion that ripped through the plant.
A significant component of this case was that our clients had sustained and suffered pre-death pain and suffering because their death unfortunately was not instantaneous.
Mr. Swain, for example, was able to make it outside the plant. When the EMTs arrived, the scene's horrific. All his skin, even his muscle tissue, had been burned. I remember interviewing one of the doctors who had actually treated Mr. Swain at a very significant burn center in Pittsburgh, and she said this was one of the most horrific injuries she had ever seen in her practice of medicine.
So we really wanted to use high impact to create an animation that would allow the jury to step inside the shoes of our clients in those final seconds leading up to the fatal explosion.
We had to convey that pain, that agony that these poor guys went through. And it's so graphic on the animation, but so incredibly powerful to watch.
It's so hard to convey that verbally or through a picture, but once they were able to see it firsthand through the video animation, I think that was all that the defense needed to see.
The total amount of the settlement was $33.3 million.